Hey lads, welcome back to another YouTube channel, Sporting Lou. Today I'll be going through my AFL prediction by predicting every game like Cardman did on his YouTube video and see what difference we had. Let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. Alright, here we go. Opening round between Sydney and Melbourne. I'm going to say Melbourne to win it by 20 points. Uh, Actually, I might go Sydney by 20. And then for this game, I'm going to go Brisbane by 17. Third game in the opening round between Gold Coast and Richmond. I want to say Gold Coast to get it done by 24. And then GWS and Collingwood, I'm going to say probably the Premiers might be too good. Again, the reigning Premiers Collingwood. But they're really good. I'm going to be a really close one. So Collingwood by 2. And then the first game between Carlton and Richmond. Let's say Carlton to get it done by 23. Collingwood, Sydney. Probably the Premiers might be too good once again. 24. Essendon. First afternoon in the regular season. Essendon Hawthorn. Let's go to Bombers to get it done. The Bombers to get it done by 36. Sorry, there's that AFL sign. Alright, anyways, back to this one. Back to the predictions. GWS v North. I'm going to say GWS to get it done by 49 points. First game between the Geelong Cats and St Kilda at Cardinia Park. Hopefully we get a good strong, so I'm going to say Geelong to get it done by 33 points. Next up we got Gold Coast and Adelaide. Could be an interesting game. I'm going to go Gold Coast by 15. D's and Dogs. I think that will be my first game I'm going to go to in the 2024 Toyota AFL Premiership. I'm going to say the D's to get it done by... I'm backing in the D's to get it done. We'll go D's by 15. Port and West Coast. Port should smash them easily. They made the finals and West Coast won the spoon. Say West Coast to win a big one by 61. Fremantle Brisbane. Interesting game, but Brisbane coming off as reigning grand finals, they just fell short of the premiership by 4 points against Collingwood. I'm going to say Brisbane to get a number 6. Alright, that's round 1 done. Here we go. Round 2 between St Kilda and Collingwood. I don't think I can see the Saints win this. So I'm going to go Collingwood by like 9. Adelaide Geelong. Oh, this is going to be a really tough game for Geelong to triumph. So I'm going to say Adelaide to get it done by 11. Even though I'm going against my team, but Adelaide's going to be really strong in 2024. So I can't see Geelong winning against the Crows, and even at the Adelaide Oval. And they play really well in South Australia, the Crows. North and Fremantle. It's really tough ask because last year North Fremantle got robbed for a deliberate kick after the siren when North Melbourne prevailed by just a single bloody point. And if you guys saw Ryder Henchy, he had to go bald because Fremantle went down to North at Optus Stadium as well. So I was shocked to see that final score being 72-73. But Fremantle could get revenge, get it done by 36 points. Next up, between Hawthorn and Melbourne. Well, the Hawks are really shit. I'm going to say Melbourne to get it done by. The Hawks could be really shit this year as well. So I'm going to say Melbourne to get it done by 33. Next to Sydney and Essendon. Sydney coming off really strong at the SCG. Sydney to get it done 26. Dogs and Gold Coast. Eureka Stadium, which is, I think that's Mars Stadium. Never know. Dogs. I want to say Dogs to get it done by 12. Yeah, because the Dogs could be really just too strong. Next up, Richmond and Port Adelaide, sorry, at the MCG. It's going to be a tight one. But I'm going to say, I'm going to get Richmond. Well, predict Richmond could go 0-2 to lose their first. Lose their first 3 games of the season. I'm going to say Port by 9 points. West Coast and GWS. Well, last time those teams met, West Coast won an epic by 19 points. But this is a tough one. This is a really tough one for me. So I'm going to say I'm going to back in the West Coast Eagles to get it done. So I'm going to say West Coast to get it done by 4. Brisbane and Collingwood. Well, the opening game of round 3 here at the Gabba. Brisbane played really well at the Gabba, and last year they went undefeated, beating every team at the Gabba. Those 2 teams met in the grand final. Once again, Collingwood did win the flag by 4, but I don't think Collingwood will get the job done at the Gabba because Brisbane. I'm going to say Brisbane to get it done by 25 points. Good Friday game between North Melbourne and Carlton at Marvel Stadium. It's going to be a similar result to like last year. I'm going to say Carlton to get it done by 37 points. Fremantle Adelaide. Fremantle could be really strong at home. I don't know. I don't know who to tip. I'm gonna say Fremantle done by 17 points. Next up, Essendon and St Kilda. Oh. Well, I don't know who to tip. Because Essendon v St Kilda. I'm gonna back in the Saints to get it done by I don't know. I'm gonna go St Kilda by 10. Just to let you know, these predictions, as I do my prediction, my footy tipping is will be different to my predictions. So sorry about this. This is just my doing me. It's all based on the footy ladder. Next up, Adelaide Melbourne, because last time those 2 met at the Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide won by 4 points in the opening game of the Sadug Indigenous round. So, but I'm going to back him in to get it done. So I'll go Port by 7 points. Bulldogs and West Coast. Well, last time those 2 teams met at the same venue, West Coast put a stunning upset, but I don't think that they can upset them again, the Eagles. So I'm going to say the Dogs. I'll be stunned if the Dogs get it done, but you never know. West Coast could put up a fight and maybe cause another upset like last year. They prevailed by 7 points. I'm going to say the Dogs by 29. Richmond, Sydney. I don't know who to tip this one. With Richmond, without Cochin, without Revolt. At least I still have Dusty though. So I'm gonna go Richmond to get it. I'm gonna back in the Tigers to get. I'm gonna back in the Tigers to get this one done. I'm gonna say Richmond by 9 points. Easter Monday, annual Easter Monday clash between Hawthorn and Geelong. Well, I went to last year's game. We absolutely fucked Hawthorn to pieces by 82 points. Did you guys see Jeremy Cameron run into the umpire after kicking his 7th goal? That was funny to watch. I should have got that film. I'll be vlogging every game I'm going to go to, by the way. So, I'm going to say I'm going to back in my own team because it's my Geelong. Hawthorn could be improved. Hawthorn could improve. If Hawthorn wins this, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm going to say Hawthorn, Geelong by 39. First game of the gather round between Adelaide and Melbourne. I don't know who to tip. Shall I go Melbourne or shall I go to Crows? It's at the Adelaide Oval, so everyone's going to go for Adelaide. I'm going to back in Adelaide, and I'm going to get it done by 1 point, like 3 years ago in 2021, where they ended Melbourne's winning streak, 9-game winning streak in 2021. When Melbourne, despite Melbourne losing by 1 point, they became premiers. They eventually broke a 57-year drought. So I'm going to go Adelaide by just a point. Brisbane beat North. Well, it's got to be a humiliation because I'm going to go Brisbane by 72 points. Holy. Port Adelaide and Essendon. I have no clue who to tip, but I'm going to go as the home side, Port Adelaide. There'll be so much Port fans than Essendon, so I'm going to go Port by 19 points. Sorry, 20. I've clicked 20. West Coast Sydney, it's going to be in. I think should be a humiliation for the Swans. I'm going to go Sydney by like 69. Fremantle Carlton, this could be an interesting one, but Carlton with Charlie Curnow, with Patrick Cripps. I don't know. I want to film this for my friend, for my one subscriber. Carlton with Charlie Curnow. I want to say Carlton to get it done by 27 points. The Dogs and the Cats. Well, last year I went to this game, Geelong prevailed by 22, but they should do it again. The Cats normally have a really good form against the Dogs. Even though they beat us at home in the final game last year in round 24. But I'm just going to back my own team in, Geelong, to get it done by 11. Gold Coast and GWS. I don't think I can see GWS winning this. I mean, Gold Coast winning this, so. I'm going to say GWS by 40. Richmond St Kilda. Well, last year at the Rain, the Tigers were so strong against the Saints at the MCJ in pouring rain, but you never know. It could be a different story. I'm gonna go Richmond to get it done by 13. Collingwood and Hawthorn. Premiers should be too strong at the Adelaide Oval. Go Collingwood by 29. Melbourne, Brisbane. Well, Brisbane have a really poor form at the MCG so far, only winning the semi-final recently, like 2 years ago. So I'm gonna say Melbourne to get the job done by 33 points. The Dogs and the Bombers. This could be interesting. I know who to do. Hmm. I'm gonna say the dogs to get it done by 25 points. Unless my tips might be wrong though, but I'll go through my weekly tips in my video as well. So please stay tuned. Anyways, back to the tips. G Dyson St Kilda. Could the Giants have a contend again this year? I'm in doubt. I'm gonna go. Oh no, I'm gonna say Giants by 6. Carlton Adelaide. The Blues play exceptionally well at Marvel Stadium or at the MCG. Oh, I don't know who to tip. I don't know. I'm gonna say Carlton to get it done. Carlton by 19. Gold Coast and Hawthorn are Heritage. It's not. It used to be called Metricon, but now it's Heritage. Um, I'm gonna say Gold Coast, but it could be. It should be an easy win unless Hawthorn causes a big upset. Or maybe they could. So I'm just gonna bloody back him in to get it done by 10 points. Port and Fremantle. Well, Fremantle sometimes play really poor at the Adelaide Oval, so I'm gonna. And Port should be too strong, so I'm gonna go Port by 44 points. Geelong North, I think this should be an easy match. Easy win for Geelong. I just don't want to be like right a Henchy where Fremantle will upset when North Melbourne get upset the Dockers by a point even at home. Geelong beat North Melbourne at home. The Cats by 62 points. West Coast and Richmond. Now Richmond's got to be West Coast has got to be so shit. They don't think they'll get the job done against Richmond. So I'm going to say Richmond by 64 points. The Saints and the Dogs. Well, I'm going to say. Let's see how many games I tipped. Alright. First game of round 6. The Saints should be too strong at Marvel. I'm going to say Saints by 27 points. Adelaide Essendon Crows should be too strong at the home deck. So I got Adelaide by 28. Collingwood Port. Well, Port sometimes has a recently bad day at the MCG. So I'm going back in the Premier to get it done by 56 points. Carlton GWS. No clue who to tip for this one. Carlton Giants. It's a tough one. You expect Giants to cause a big upset, but I'm going to be a really close game. I'm going to say Carlton back in the Blues to get it done, as it's in front of their big crowd, big blue bagger crowd. So I'm going to say Carlton by 3 points. Brisbane Geelong. I don't know about this game. I can't see Geelong winning this game because Brisbane play exceptionally well at the Gabba. So, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say Brisbane by 20 points. West Coast and Fremantle. I should say West Coast because they are so shit at the moment. The Dockers should be too strong. I'm gonna say Dockers by last time they humbled them by like 101 points. So how crazy is that? I'm gonna say Fremantle to get it done by 77 points. Sydney and Gold Coast. Not sure who to tip this one, but Swans should be too strong unless Gold Coast can cause a big upset. I'm gonna say Sydney by 10. North and Hawthorn. Hawthorn Unless North Melbourne can cause a big upset. I'm going to back in the Roos to get this done, to get their first win of the season. I'm going to get them done by 9 points. Richmond, Melbourne, round 7. This could be the Anzac match. I could be going to the Anzac Day match. Could be vlogging. But anyways, the D should be too strong. I like the MCG. They beat them in the previous 3. Well, I'm back in the D's to get it done by 20 to run out 27 points. Essendon, Collingwood. Ugh. But don't doubt Collingwood if they're far behind, like 5 goals down, because they are really good at coming back. They came from 28 points down at that game last year and won by 13. So I'm going to go Collingwood to win by the same margin, 13 again. Giants and Brisbane. Even though that's the Manuka over, I think the line should be too strong. Brisbane by 18. Port and St Kilda. Well, Port play exception. Port are really strong and never let St Kilda a chance. Unless St Kilda can cause a big upset, but I don't think that will likely happen. So I'm going to go Port by 21. North and Adelaide. Probably that's a Blundstone. I don't know. I'm going to go Adelaide by 40 points. Or maybe, 40. Geelong Carlton at the MCG. Oh, this is an interesting match. Geelong versus Carlton. First time hosting the Blues at the MCG. I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna say Geelong by 5 points. Fremantle and Bulldogs. Well, in this game last year, 2 years ago, the Dogs came from choked a 41-point lead from here to Fremantle winning by 13 points. But the Dockers could be too strong off the stadium as their home game. So I'm going to go Fremantle by 16. Gold Coast and West Coast at Heritage Bank. Absolutely no clue who to tip. I'm going to say Gold Coast to get it done by... probably West Coast could have a chance. West Coast may have a chance. But they could put it on show. But I'm going to say Gold Coast to win it by 4 points. Next up is Hawthorn Sydney. Is that the MCG though? So Swans could... I don't know. I don't know about this game. So I'm going to go Sydney. Could be a close one, but Sydney should get it done by 21 points. Showdown, Adelaide and Port. Let's see. I'm going to go... because... this could be a good match. I'm going to go Adelaide to upset Port by 35 points. Carlton Collingwood round 8. I don't know about this because 2 years ago Collingwood won by a point and denied the Blues a chance. So I'm sorry. I think I'm going to say Collingwood by 9 points. Alright, Sydney GWS. The first, probably the Sydney Derby. I'm no clue who to tip. I'm going to say Sydney by... Is that the SCG? I'm going to back in the Giants to get it done in a really close one. I'm going to say Giants by 2. St Kilda v North. Well, those two teams are sometimes play a good battle, but I think the Saints should be too strong. I'm going to say Saints by 31 points. Melbourne, Geelong. Melbourne and Geelong. I don't know, because this is a tough one to ask, and facing the D's at the MCG could be really tough. We beat them twice at GMHBA Stadium in 2022 once, and 2023 once. So that accumulates them twice, but I don't think Geelong will get it done at the MCG against Melbourne, so I'm going to go Melbourne by 22 points. West Coast and Essendon. For West Coast and Essendon, the Bombers could be too strong. I'm gonna go Bombers by 57 points. Richmond, Fremantle at the MCG, because those two play a really good match at the MCG, but I'm gonna, but I think Richmond could be too strong at the G, so I'm gonna, but maybe Fremantle could get it done. Monday kicked the goal after Siren like 7 years ago, 2017. I don't know, but this is a really tough one for me. I want to say Richmond by 10. The Dogs and Hawks. Last year I went to that game for Marcus Bontempelli's match, 200th game. Dogs prevailed by 29, but it should be another Dogs win if I won't be mistaken. So I'm gonna say the Dogs by 24 points. Brisbane, Gold Coast at the Gabba. The Suns should get smashed by Brisbane as they're unbeatable at the Gabba, the Lions. So I'm going to go Brisbane by 65 points. Carlton, Melbourne. No clue who to do. I don't know, because those who play a really good match at the MCG, but in this one, I'm going to say the Blues to get it done by just 1 point. Geelong Port at the GMHBA Stadium. It's going to be a really... I was scared when Geelong and Port played, but luckily we got home by 12 last year with Ollie Henry and... Who's that guy? I know Ollie Henry kicked 4 goals. The one who recruited from Collingwood. However, Ollie Henry and it's just Ollie Henry and Rioli from Port. Ollie Henry for Geelong, Rioli for Port. This is gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna say the Cats to get it done because it's at our home deck by 6 points. Fremantle and Sydney. No clue. No clue who will get this done. I'm gonna say the Dockers by 10. I don't. Oh mate, no. Probably Sydney could be too strong, so I'm going Sydney by 10. Hawthorn and St Kilda. Last time they played the 2 years ago, the Saints got like absolute fuck the Hawks to pieces like last year's in Marvel. But when St Kilda hosted Hawthorn in Marvel, the Saints got upset by Hawks by 10 points. Came from nowhere, but but the Tassie though. And the Hawks play really well, so I'm gonna back in the Hawks to get it done by 20 points. Essendon and GWS. Well, Marvel Stadium, the Giants always like stumble at the Giant Stadium, but yeah, and I'm gonna say the Bombers by 22. Richmond Bulldogs. Richmond and Bulldogs. Don't know who to tip because last time they played, I think the Dogs just got over the Tigers by 5. No clue. Probably Richmond could get revenge, so I'm gonna say Richmond by 4 points. Gold Coast and North that should be an easy one. Win by Gold Coast. Mara Oval. I'm gonna say by 64. Collingwood and West Coast. I think I should expect the Premiers to get it done, and they should do it easily. So I'm going to go Collingwood by 46 points. Adelaide, Brisbane at the Adelaide Oval. Oh, I'm going to back in the Crows to get it done because the Crows I can feel it. The Crows are a big in form at the Adelaide Oval. I'm going to say Crows by 16 points. Here we go. This is the first game of the Sudak Nichols round between Gold Coast and Geelong. Probably. Well, I think Gold Coast. Know this ground more than Geelong, so I'm gonna say Gold Coast by 8 points. Sydney Swans and Carlton. The Blues. Well, the Blues have a really great form. Last time they beat the Swans in a thrilling elimination final, but even though it's at the SCG where it's Sydney's home ground advantage, but I don't think Sydney can be good enough against the Blues. So I'm going to say Carlton by 6 points. Collingwood v Adelaide. Ugh. It's a tough one. Sometimes the Crows play really poorly against the Pies at the Adelaide, at the MCG. Sorry, but I'm going to say Collingwood by 44 points. GWS and the Western Bulldogs. Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know who will actually triumph, but the Giants, like, think the Dogs might have to win this game in order to stay in intention. So I'm gonna say the Dogs by. I'm gonna say the Dogs to get it done by 20 points. St Kilda and Fremantle. Again, not a tough one. Two solid teams. Two solid teams between the Saints and the Dogs. I mean Fremantle. Sorry. I'm gonna back in the Saints to get it done. I'm gonna say the Saints by 25 points. Brisbane, Richmond. Well, last time the Brisbane Lions and Richmond played at the Gabba, the Tigers got absolutely humiliated by the Lions by a tune of 81 points, like the same margin as the grand final of 2022. But I just can't see Brisbane losing to Richmond. I'm going to say Brisbane by 50 points. Essendon v North. Well, those two played an absolutely incredible match at Marvel Stadium. Yeah, it's a Marvel Stadium. But, however, I'm going to... North Melbourne almost won that game. So, I'm just going to go with Essendon by 7 points. Port Adelaide and Hawthorn. This should be an easy win for Port. Because Hawthorn Unless the Hawks can cause a big upset. Who knows? Could this be another upset round? Nah, I don't think so. Port by 63 points. West Coast and Melbourne. Melbourne could be easy. Could be easy for Melbourne. So I'm gonna go the D's to get it done by 54 points. This is an interesting game. I want to go to this game. The dogs in Sydney. I just need to check the time slot. Round 11 of the Sadug Indigenous round. It's on a Thursday, so I don't know if I can go. But anyway, well, the dogs play in a Marvel Stadium really well, more than Sydney, so I'm going to go the dogs. I'm going to back in the dogs to get it done. The dogs by 15. Fremantle Collingwood. Well, Fremantle's a home game, so, but, because Collingwood's already won a lot of games, I think they're due to drop one. I'm going to say Fremantle by 11 points. North Melbourne v Port Adelaide at Blundstone. Even though Port made the third place and then got out straight set, I don't know who to tip. I'm gonna say gonna go Port by 36 points. Carlton Gold Coast and Marvel. I think Carlton know Marvel Stadium really well, so I'm just gonna pack in the Blues to get it done. 39. Geelong GWS. Well, this time this year we were upset by the Giants. Giants last year. It almost came by 7 points. So GMHBA Stadium, and the Giants are looking for the fourth straight win at Geelong, but the Cats are due to break GWS's 3-game winning streak at the Cats Fortress. So I just don't want to see GWS win again for the 4th time in a row. So I'm going to say Geelong to get it done this time. By the same margin, 7 points, but I'm going to say Geelong by 7 points. Richmond Essendon. Well, last year the Bombers got won a thriller by a point, but they are. But looking in my mind, I think they are hungry enough to do it again. The Essendon Bombers. So I think the Bombers could be too strong. I'm going to say Essendon by 8 points. Hawthorn Brisbane, Sam Marvel. Well, this is not the MCG. Otherwise, I would have tipped Hawthorn if it's not the MCG. But the reigning grand finalists should be too strong. Let's go Brisbane by 21. And that overtook Collingwood. Melbourne St Kilda. I just can't see Melbourne losing this. I just can't. The D's should be too strong. It's at the MCG. I'm going to say Melbourne by 19 points. Adelaide West Coast. It should be an absolutely big win for Adelaide. I'm just going to... These predictions, I'm going to go Adelaide by 72 points. Port Adelaide and Carlton. This is a tough one. But Port could be too strong in front of Port fans. So I'm going to go with Port Adelaide by 13 points. Collingwood and the Western Bulldogs. Those two teams put on a big fight at the MCG at Marvel Stadium. But it's at Dockland. So those two... I don't know. I have no clue. I'm going to say the Pies by 2 points. Just just a goal after the siren. Hawthorn Adelaide. Well, these two teams might be going to this game, but I don't know. The Crows could be too strong at the Adelaide Oval. The Crows could be too strong. Well, sorry, it's at the MCG, not the Adelaide Oval. What the fuck am I saying? For this one, I'm gonna say I'm leaning towards. I'm gonna lean towards the Hawks because they know the MCG more than Adelaide. So I'm gonna go the Hawks by 10 points. West Coast and St Kilda. Well, those two played each other and they had an exceptional game off the stadium. Where Carman got pissed, he did not even sing the song, even though St Kilda won, because they almost lost to West Coast. But I don't know who to tip. Could it be another poor season for the Saints? I'm gonna lean towards the Saints to get it done by 4 points. Geelong Richmond. First time since 2017. Geelong v Richmond. First time since 2017 that those two teams met at the Cattery, but obviously I know that Geelong do know GMHBA Stadium really well, so I'm just gonna back my own team in, backing the Cats to get it done by 36 points. Melbourne Fremantle. Those two teams. Last time those two teams, they were all won by Fremantle by two in a row. How crazy is this? But I don't know. Well, Fremantle might be too strong for Melbourne. I'm just gonna back in. What? Why? It's not at the MCG. It's not. It's at Treasure Park in Darwin. Tough one. I'm gonna go Melbourne. The D's by 17 points. Gold Coast v Essendon at Heritage Bank. Well, God, I don't know who to tip. I've no clue who to tip. I'm gonna say Gold Coast by. Could it be another draw? I don't know. I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know if I should tip Gold Coast via Essendon a draw. I just can't pick. I don't know. I'm gonna go a draw. Adelaide Richmond. Round 13. I think the Crows could be a little bit too strong for Richmond. It's at the Adelaide Oval, and the Crows, in front of their home fans, always fight until the final side. I'm gonna back in the Crows to get it done. Adelaide by 29 points. Dogs and Brisbane are Docklands. Now this is interesting. Last time those two teams met, the Dogs won by 11. But, however, the Dogs know Marvel Stadium more than Brisbane. I'm going to say the Dogs by 10 points. Hawthorn GWS at York Park. I don't know where York Park is, but I have no clue. It's in Tasmania, so I'm gonna back in Hawthorn to get it done by 15 points. West Coast and North. Well, obviously one of those losing streaks will break and one will extend. But, however, it's at Optus Stadium and many fans will be cheering on for the West Coast Eagles. So I'm going to say West Coast to get it done by a goal. So 6 points. St Kilda v Gold Coast. The Saints should be too strong for the Suns at Marvel Stadium. And yeah, I was shocked because two games I went to against Essendon, I have not seen Gold Coast triumph over Essendon. This should be a Saints win, 31 points. Sydney Geelong. Sydney and Geelong. Well, last time those two teams they had a draw at the SCG. Well, I think Sydney know the SCG more than Geelong. So I don't think Geelong will win against SCG in Sydney. I'm gonna go the Swans by 26 points. Essendon v Carlton. Carlton could be a strong team. Could be strong. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say Carlton by 8. Probably Melbourne. Tough game. Well, last year Melbourne got it done. But I'm going to back in the D's to get this done as they're really good against Collingwood. By 10 points. Brisbane and St Kilda. The Saints could put on a show at the Gabba, but I think the Lions could be too strong. Lions should be too strong at the Gabba, with fans cheering for Brisbane more than St Kilda. So I'm going to go to Lions by 16 points. The Dogs and Fremantle at Marvel Stadium. The game I went to last year. Well, obviously, it's a tough one. It's a big ask. It's a big ask. I'm going to say the Dogs to get it done by 19. 20, I should say. Richmond Hawthorn. Richmond v Hawthorn at the MCG. Well, those two teams could play a close one. I'm gonna say Richmond to get it done by 5 points. Adelaide v Sydney. Oh, now interesting game this one. Well, last year, this game last year, the Crows got robbed an opportunity for a key snap, left foot snap from the pocket in order to put the Crows in front after being like a lot of points down, like 40 something. But they got robbed by a point and denied a finals chance. So I just can't see Sydney win this and betray all the Crows fans and players. So I'm gonna go Adelaide by 21. North and Collingwood. North could put on a show, but I think the Pies could be too strong. So I go to Pies by 49 points. GWS and Pireland. Hmm. Well, I think Port Giants know the. I want to go with the Giants as it's their home advantage. Giants by 24. Carlton beat Geelong. Well, in this one, Carlton are due to really lift and fight for a final spot. Fight for a final spot. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I just can't. I don't think we'll be good enough against Carlton. I don't think we'll be good enough against the Blues because there'll be so many Blues. It's on a night. I want to say Carlton by 7 points. Port and Brisbane. Well, Lions got absolutely fucked at our over last year. So this is gonna be tough. Nah, I think Port will win this comfortably. 34. GWS in Sydney. um, the second Sydney showground, Sydney Derby. No clue who. I don't know, but I'm gonna go Giants by. I'm gonna go Giants by 15. Melbourne North should be an easy, massive win by North. Sorry. Essendon be West Coast. For this one, I don't know who to tip. Because those two are they play an exceptionally great game at Marvel with the Bombers prevail by 1 point. I can see West Coast improving in this game, but don't think we'll get the dub. I'm gonna say Essendon by 2. Fremantle and Gold Coast. Fremantle should get the job done. Lions and D's. Well, this is a monster clash. Expecting those two teams going for it by 10 points. I'm going to go Brisbane by 10. Geelong beat Essendon at the MCG. The Bombers haven't not been recently against the Cats recently. I'm like backing my own team to get it done by 28 points. Gold Coast beat Collingwood. Always a tough ask when the Suns play the reigning premiers. Well, last time they beat reigning premier Geelong, Gold Coast, last year. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna back in the posse getting done in a close one, plus 2 points. North and Dogs. The Dogs should win this game easily. And let's go the Dogs by 78 points. Richmond Carlton. Well, it's at the MCG, but I know, probably Richmond could cause an upset to stay in the finals race, so I'm going to go the Tigers by 12. To 10. Singular report. Report has been really good against the Saints. They should get the job done, the Port. But in a really close one, I'm going to say Port by 9. Sydney and Fremantle. Well, I think last year the Swans dropped games against Fremantle, but I think Fremantle will get this job done. 18. Adelaide GWS. Like GWS upsetting teams that are unbeatable at their home ground. Sorry about that. This is a tough one. I'm sorry, the Giants by 4 points. West Coast and Hawthorn at Optus Stadium. Well, basically it's at Optus Stadium, and West Coast play good, even though they're so shit right now. Could be an interesting game. But even though I don't think West Coast will be good enough against Hawthorn, so I'm gonna go Hawthorn by 38 points. Brisbane Adelaide. Well, obviously the Lions know. Well, Lions will be like a lot of so many points ahead, but then the Crows will come back and snag the win. So I'm gonna go Brisbane by 8 points. Collingwood and Essendon. No doubt, but I think the Pies will be just too strong. 7 points. Geelong Hawthorn at Cardinia Park. Well, I think Geelong knows GMHBA Stadium more than Hawthorn, and they should get the job done. I'm going to say the Cats by 29 points. Good luck and Carlton. No clue, but I just can't see the Blues lose this. Because Carlton have a really strong side than Giants, even though it's at the Giants' home ground. So it's Carlton by 10. Melbourne v West Coast. This should be a big win for Melbourne. 55. North and Gold Coast. Now, because North has absolute pumped the Suns to pieces last year, I'm going to back North Melbourne to break their losing streak. I'm going to go North by 48 points. St Kilda v Sydney. Sydney's form, I think Sydney's form is better than St Kilda's. So I'm going to say the Saints to get it. The Swans to get it done, not the Saints. The Swans. 10 points. Port and Bulldogs. The Dogs. Nah, I don't think Dogs will be good enough at our level. I'm going to go Port by 12. Fremantle Richmond. No clue. Collingwood and Geelong. I don't think we can beat the Premiers. 9 points, Collingwood. Gold Coast and Port Adelaide. Nah, Port should be too strong. Hawthorn, Fremantle. I don't know. Fremantle could be too strong. Melbourne, Essendon. Yeah, Melbourne's form is too better. So Richmond, GWS. Richmond should get this job done. Toronto North, Sydney should smash North. Dogs and Blues. Well, obviously the Blues have a stronger form than Dogs. Go 10 points. Adelaide and Gilda. Well, last year the Crows absolutely pumped the Saints at Adelaide Oval, but they could do it again. I'm going to back them to get it done by 28. West Coast and Brisbane should be a big win for Brisbane. 73 points. Brisbane Lions and Sydney. Don't know, but Lions are just too strong. Carlton North. We'll go Carlton smashing them. Essendon Adelaide. From supporters, I think the Bombers should win a tight one. Or the 4. Geelong and Bulldogs. Tough one. But I just need to back my own team in 10 points. The Cats win. Giants and Gold Coast. Should be too strong as Giants. Hawthorn, Collingwood. Well, Pies know how to play a close one, so I'm going 14. I just can't see where St Kilda lose this. Port v Richmond. I'm going to go Port by 35. Fremantle, Melbourne. Was it offset, but the D's are just going to be too strong. 14. Carlton, Port, and Marvel. Nah, I think the Blues will get on because they know Marvel Stadium more than Port going, and they're playing really well there. Collingwood v Richmond. Don't think Richmond will be good enough. Gold Coast and Brisbane. I don't know. Unless I'm gonna go by $34. This one. Sometimes you guys can cause a upset at the MCG. I'm gonna back him in for an upset. North Geelong, we should smash them. Nah, not that big. Nah, that's can't see it. being the Saints. Sydney and Bulldogs. Well, those two teams played a really close one last year, sorry. But I'm just gonna go with Sydney to get a tight one. Adelaide Hawthorn. Probably Adelaide's got to be too strong. Fremantle v West Coast. Probably the Dockers could be too. Don't think West Coast will win this game, so I'm going 55. Collingwood Carlton. I don't know about this game. Sorry, that's my PE teacher. I'm gonna back in the Blues to cause an upset. 12 points. Carlton upsetting the Premiers. Essendon Fremantle. I don't know about this one. 19 by Fremantle. I don't know. Geelong Adelaide. Geelong v Adelaide. I think the Cats will get it done because I went to last year's game, the only game I went to GMHBA. Geelong, the Cats, 30 points. Giants and Hawthorn, the Giants could be too strong. Yeah. North and Richmond. Now this one. I'm gonna back in a big upset. I'm gonna say North by 5 points. St Kilda and Brisbane. Richmond lose one. St Kilda v Brisbane. I'm gonna go. The Lions. The Lions should be a little too strong. 23. The Dogs and D's. Now this is an interesting one because it's at the Dogs home game. So I think, for my perspective, I'm gonna lean towards the Dogs to get it done. I'm not leaning towards the D's. I'm gonna lean towards the Dogs. I'm gonna say the Dogs by 10. Port and Sydney. I'm gonna go 17 Port win. West Coast and Gold Coast should be a big win by Gold Coast, even though it's at Optus. I'm gonna go 70 points. Brisbane and GWS. Lions won't lose this for sure. Oh wait, I could cause it, but you never know though. GWS might. I'm gonna play it safe. Go Brisbane by 12. Carlton Hawthorn. Carlton v Hawthorn. I'm gonna go Carlton by 14. Essendon v Gold Coast. I think I could be going to this game, but I don't think the Suns will be successful. I'm gonna go Essendon by 29. Melbourne Port Adelaide. These two teams are monster teams. It's got to be a monster match at the MCG. But in the last quarter, I think the Melbourne Demons will run away to a 25-point win. North and West Coast. Well, this time it's in Melbourne right now. In Blundstone. But in North Melbourne, really no. So I'm going to back in the Roos to get it done by 22. Richmond St Kilda. Oh, is that Docklands though? So Marvel Stadium. So I'm going to go and the Saints know Marvel Stadium well. So Sydney Swans and Collingwood. Well, I don't think the Pies will be good enough against the Swans at the SCG. I'm going to go to the Swans by 20. Adelaide and Bulldogs. Never know. I think the dogs might be too strong for the Crows. I'm gonna go the dogs by 12. Fremantle Geelong. This is a tough ask. We play really poor at Optus Stadium, but I don't, and that's the reason I'm gonna go Fremantle. I'm gonna back in Fremantle to get this job done, even though it's my team. I'm gonna go Fremantle by 14. Collingwood and Brisbane at the MCG. Well, I think the Pies should win the grand final rematch at the G by 24 points. Essendon v Sydney. Hmm, I have no clue. I'm gonna go Essendon. Shall I go Essendon or shall I go Sydney? So Marvel, I'm gonna go Sydney by 5. Gold Coast to Melbourne, so Heritage. Nah. Well, those two teams play really close games last year, but the D's got home by 5 points. Cheer, they should get the job done. 8 points. Giants and Fremantle. Don't know. Don't know. I'm gonna go to Giants. It's a tough ask. 7. Hawthorn Richmond. Nah, I think the Tigers should be too strong. 21. St Kilda and Geelong. Please, no repeat of last year. If Geelong wins, I'm gonna win it by 9 points. Dogs and North. The Dogs should win this comfortably by 45 points. Port Adelaide and Adelaide. I think Port might be too strong. West Coast and Carlton, the Blues are winning this one for sure. I'm going to back him in by a 90-point win for Carlton. A percentage booster. Last round, here we go. Brisbane, the Lions will be I'm going to predict the Lions to go undefeated at the Gabba once again. Carlton, St Kilda. Well, they were upset. But nah, not this time. Blues by 10. Geelong, West Coast. Geelong will easily win this round. Because West Coast, I'm just gonna back in the Cats to get this done. Hawthorn and North. Probably Hawthorn might win this one. Because they know University of Tasmania Stadium more than North. Melbourne, Collingwood. I'm going to say the Pies by 2 points. Richmond v Gold Coast. The MCG. I think the Suns play poorly at the MCG. So I'm going to go Richmond by 30 points. Sydney and Adelaide. Probably the Swans might be a little too good for the Crows. It's at the home ground. The Dogs and Giants. Eureka, which is a Mars. No clue. But I'm gonna want a GWS ups. Probably the Dogs might get this done. 20 points. Fremantle and Port Adelaide. So Perth, but I think Port's gonna be a little too strong for Fremantle. There you go. I so for my final ladder prediction, I got 18th as West Coast, 17th North Melbourne, Hawthorn on 16th, I won't do the finals predictions. I'm like, yeah, as my final ladder predictions, 15th, 15th as Gold Coast, Essendon 14th, Essendon, St Kilda on 13th, Richmond on 12th, GWS 11th, Adelaide 10th, Fremantle 9th, Swans 8th, the Dogs 7th, the Cats 6th, Melbourne on 5th, Port on 4th, Collingwood on 3rd, 2nd Carlton, and the 1st Brisbane. Alright. That's going to be it for my AFL predictions. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully, I get some tips right. I might be doing a weekly footy tipping video. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next video.